Tweedle, 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 tweedle. Are you checking your makeup?
Yeah. Right, are we on?
You know that you're live, right?
Oh no, I don't know. I'm live. Scusa.
I'm doing your makeup.
Hi everybody.
Oh my God, what did you do to my head? Oh my
Are people coming in?
Yes, but you gotta look.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Sorry, I'm not used to this still. I don't know how this works. Okay.
How are you guys? Happy
Hi.
Friday. You're gorgeous.
Thank you.
I love the dress.
I'm so glad you're all coming in. We're making a recipe that we love and
It's
the
been a
kids
long
love.
week.
A long week.
Even if it's Friday and it feels like every day is the same, we got to the end of this week a little tired, I have to say.
Yeah.
You know, long distance learning is
I took my
done.
daughter. I want to take both, but I took one of my daughters to get tested for antibodies. She tested positive, which is good. I tested negative, my second test for COVID, so I'm negative, and I also have the antibody test. I've got tons of antibodies. So we're healing over here.
Yeah, but we still have a COVID season fridge and a lot of greens that are getting wilted and a lot of things that can be used and recycled. That's why tonight we're adapting our a traditional pesto alla Genovese recipe into something that is, a little more affordable, a little bit more elastic.
Originated in Genova.
Yes, it comes from Genova, originally pesto. And pesto, when you say pesto, obviously the traditional recipe comes to mind. The basil, garlic, and pine nuts. Pesto though means pestare, to push, to break down.
Pestare?
Pestare, like to stomp, to break down, to press. So ultimately, if pine nuts are too expensive, you cannot find them. Toast some almonds or some hazelnuts or some walnuts. If basil is out of season and you don't want to...
Hazelnuts.
That's fantastic. Hazelnuts and sage.
Hazelnuts.
Deborah, non cominci.
No, but people need to understand.
Understand.
Oh my God, my lisp.
People need to understand. As far as greens, I have we have some basil.
I hit the farmer's market last Saturday, right? So we got like kale.
Too much stuff, as always.
Your sneakers are making noise.
Yeah, if
I'm actually wearing some heels, so I'm not as short as I usually am next to him. But I have low heels because I had foot surgery last September, and I'm just getting my foot used to some heels now. Anyway. So here's the thing. It's only 6:02. Wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm looking. It's only 6:02, so I don't know if all the people are in just yet.
People are in. Let's start talking about the ingredients. We're talking about the greens, right?
Well, thanks for joining.
What do you like about pesto? Tell me what you like.
Okay, what I love about pesto is pesto to me has always been a comfort food. It's fresh. It's raw. It feels alive when I eat it. It's fragrant. It's perfumey. It's vegetarian.
But not vegan. Well, actually, is Parmesan vegan?
No,
I believe it is.
No.
I believe that Parmigiano is
vegan.
Like
that stuff in it, right?
I don't think I don't think so. But
oh my God! Fucking Trump's not even wearing a mask.
No,
Sorry.
Yeah, whatever. He's somewhere else.
Don't. Oh, the TV in the background.
I'll turn off the news in the background.
Scusa. I'm like, ew. Anyway, what I love about it is that not only is it great for over a pasta, but it's also great to use over like a chimichurri, over some meat, a steak, and a sandwich. You can freeze it, right?
Actually, on our second book, there is an almond and sage pesto recipe that we use as a dressing for pork chops. So there are many uses. Our kids like it with some cherry tomatoes inside. So you can make it a little red if you want. It saves well. You can freeze it. There's so many things you can do.
But also it's great on sandwiches. I love that aspect of it.
Why don't we start plucking? So
plucking? I pluck a lot.
Yeah, you pluck a lot. You're chicken. So
I haven't been able to get to the dermatologist and get some facial.
Me neither.
Laser
or to the barber. My wife is doing my hair, and
I have great
she shaved my head. It's so shiny.
And I'm having to pluck a little bit, and my hairs are
grinding.
Fuck it. It's fine. We're all gonna be okay.
We're all
hairy, gray, whatever.
All right, so we can keep on talking as we're plucking. So I'll hold the bucket.
Should I get my tweezer? I can get my tweezer.
Mama, shut up. No.
I can pluck on camera.
Okay, so no, let's not pluck on camera. So this is the thing. If you want to have something that resembles pesto, you need to use a little bit of basil.
Slow down. You're going so fast.
If you want to have something that resembles pesto, at least you need to have some basil in it.
So we have basil.
1 box. Okay, so I went out and I spent $2.50 on some basil because now I have to recycle all the rucola that tomorrow will probably be dead and kale from the farmer's market that needs some love. So
I always buy like too many greens because I feel like having salad in the house is important. But sometimes the greens start turning because they're in the box, they get damp and whatever. So now we're going to start using all of our greens that we have. And the most beautiful thing is it's like so full of nutrients, minerals, green. And it's easy and it's fun. You need a blender. It doesn't have to be a special blender.
This is the thing. There is a very big difference between the pesto in the mortar and pestle and the pesto that you make in the blender. The blender speeds up the process, no doubt. It's a very mechanical and a very aggressive impact towards the ingredients. It doesn't help, let's say, the pine nuts release their essential oils, their flavors. So this is what happens in the mortar and pestle. It's almost like I don't know, the blender is a quickie and the mortar and pestle is a good night with foreplay and champagne and chocolate.
Nobody does it in the mortar and pestle. We did it one time. We have this huge one.
It's a matter of time and elbow
work.
But it's worth.
And it comes out very different, actually.
It tastes extremely different because all of a sudden the nightness of the
Yeah, you want to take the stone and grind down the your greens and especially if you
why don't you open the box of rucola and start going through it?
He wants me to work. All right.
A little bit, just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I got a box of arugula that's starting to go south. And it makes me sad.
South to south. So basically what we're trying to do is equal proportions. For the traditional pesto recipe, refer to the one that I posted on the website that has the exact amount of the different cheeses and the basils and stuff. Tonight we're cooking the way that we cook. Trying to inspire you just to open the fridge and figure out what you have available and what you want to do and what you can do or what you cannot do.
The fridge is still not closed.
The fridge is still not closed. I know, I tried, but trying to get out.
Okay, with balance of what you're using. So we're using tonight basil, arugula, and kale.
Right on.
So what are the increments? How much?
I just said it. You're not following my.
No.
The third.
I got OCD.
So,
look, my fridge open.
Yeah, that's the opposite.
I can't afford to lose any fucking. Okay, so
a third. Okay. You want to make sure that you do not overpower the flavor of your of the basil. Otherwise, it will be unbalanced. Herbs that you can use: kale, rucola, basil. Spinach, beet leaves, dandelion greens if you like something a little bit more on the pungent, maybe add an anchovy to it, like to get it, a little bit of a oceanside pesto. Cherry tomatoes, not too many, but you can give it a little bit of a, liquidity, a little sauce by using that. That really helps. Do you want to show the kale to camera? This is actually not the Tuscan kale, this is a traditional American kale.
Just regular kale.
But not overgrown. Make sure that you remove the big, the thick stalks. You don't want the stalks in the pesto because you're not cooking it, so they'll become too fibrous and hard. Okay?
Now, for time's sake, I'm not rinsing this.
No, we'll rinse everything in the bucket. The good thing of rinsing these vegetables is that you do not need to pat them dry because we're gonna blend them with olive oil, cheese, and garlic. So if they're a little damp, it's absolutely fine. Plus, we tend to use cooking water at the end to finish the dish, so that's kind of like how it all goes.
Looking good here.
Looking good. All right,
a little more kale.
A little more kale.
I might as well use what I have here because it's not going to be good tomorrow.
All right. I'll put the rucola in the fridge. Oh, sorry, Uncle. I stepped on the dog.
Okay.
Obviously. Right. Cheers, everybody. You, and you. Cheers, everybody.
Salud. I've given up wine. I feel like...
Yeah, she's finishing my tequila.
It's my tequila. No, but I just feel like, with the wine and staying home, it becomes too easy. The first couple weeks of COVID...
Tequila is quicker. Tequila does the job a little quicker.
It's low sugar, and it's supposed to be the most dietetic one. And I just feel like I want to get a buzz on. I just don't want to have wine, because wine makes me tired.
Agreed.
And it's really caloric, and it became, for me, too habitual. So I'm trying to give it up before I have to check into the program. No, seriously, because I'm bored. I'm bored like all of you. And aside from trying to do daily cleaning, I'm cleaning my whole house, scrubbing toilets, mopping, scrubbing, asking the kids, "Can you change your sheets?" It's just been kind of so domestic. I'm getting bored. I have cabin fucking fever.
Here, cabin fucking fever.
Here.
Fill this up.
Okay, with what? Fill up with what?
I have a bucket of greens in one hand.
Sorry, I'm like,
and the blender in the other
Gracie
hand.
Allen right
Amore
now.
mio, fill it up. What do you think that means? Let's open it.
Okay, wait, hold on. Excuse me. I have to throw this out.
All right. We will get soon to talk about olive oil, different olive oils and different cheeses, but one thing at a time, okay? The blender blends twice. The first pass is greens, garlic, olive oil.
Should I get the salad?
And that's it.
Out?
That's your first blend. No, we don't need to.
Okay,
it's okay.
Okay, so
water.
we're gonna fill up our blender. We can still get a regular blender. This is too much for this blender.
No, it's fine.
No?
It's
Okay.
fine. We'll just
pack it
down.
in. It smells so perfect with basil. Okay.
Yum. Okay. We'll try to bring the cameras a little closer.
And you know,
to
with
the
pesto,
blender.
you can put it on bruschetta. You can do everything with pesto.
Okay. You know, the curious thing about this dish is that as much as it is a raw sauce, so you might be led to think that it's a fast one to make. In your head, it's fast. The practicality of it, making this sauce takes as long as making a red sauce. You don't cook it, but between selecting the herb, cleaning it, the pine nuts, the cheese, the blending, it takes a little bit of time. Okay? So, these are my greens. Usually, I count one blender for a couple of pounds of pasta, okay? So I'll probably have some leftovers that I can freeze or use as a seasoning in a sandwich tomorrow or something like that.
And we have here
Two
one
different kind
chunk
of cheeses.
pecorino, which is salty, okay? Because you want to have that salt. And then we have one Parmigiano, which we're gonna like shave up, right?
Grate
up.
Okay.
Okay. And then with garlic, it's one garlic per person.
That's our rule when we cook.
I like more garlic.
There's 4 garlics in every sauce that I make because it's 4 people. I always count 1 garlic per person.
I get 6.
Yeah, when she cooks. In general, I use 4 or 6. It's fine.
All right.
Okay.
So just get them out of their jackets.
You get them out of the jacket. You don't need to chop them. Just plop it whole into the blender. Let's talk for a second about olive oil. There's so many people that have been sending messages and asking about what kind of olive oil you use, and this is absolutely the perfect recipe to discuss that. As far as I am concerned, there are 3 kinds of olive oil that you might want to shop for or you might want to have into your pantry. A big jar of olive oil. This is an Italian company. This is Berio. This is an Italian company. It is a decent quality. It is buying bulk, so it's not buying prime quality. And always have to make sure when you buy these jars, whatever it says in Italian, olio extravergine di oliva, importato, it's imported, tradizionale, it's traditional, it's an Italian brand, so it's all good, but it's in a tank. And how come a tank like this be only $20? So you flip it to the side and you read, packed in Italy, and this is why you can get all the labeling in Italian, with select extra virgin olive oils from Greece, Italy, Portugal, and Tunisia. It is absolutely fine. It is absolutely fine. This is the oil that I use for cooking, for sautéing. This is the oil that doesn't taste like too much. I mean, look, if you're desperate, you can use it on your salad. It's fine. It's better than vegetable oil. It's better than ranch dressing as far as I'm concerned, but there's no really big value. People asking me if I'm offended by mixed oils. I am not. The whole Mediterranean region is about olive oil. It is not just about Italy, it's not just about Tuscany. The Greeks used to make olive oil before we did. Tunisia, Portugal, Spain, they all have olive oil. Even Israel is making olive oil right now. So as long as you get a good product, the value is there. It's not an expensive oil, but this works.
And no one has money right now, so it's not about getting expensive olive oil. The one thing that I happen to say, because I married olive oil, my husband's family makes olive oil, we don't sell it, we just have it because we have olive trees, is that the raw, beautiful, extra virgin olive oil is great for using over your food. Okay, so you use like this cheap shit for like when you're cooking, because it's healthier, and then you use the better one that you can come up with for like your salad.
So then we do one step up, right? So the one step up from the mixed oil is an oil that should not be more than a year old, because it really tends to lose its flavor. This is not like wine. Oil doesn't age, it loses flavor. This is from Sicily, I believe. It's an unfiltered, so it has a nice murkiness. It's a little cloudy, but it's a very nice, alive green. The flavor is there, it's pungent, it has a little bit of a kick. This is the oil that I'm using to make the pesto.
So wait, should I be rinsing these greens yet right now, or?
I'm already done. They're already in the blender.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay.
Why don't you put them on the blender and add the garlic, and I'm coming with the olive oil. So this is the olive oil that I'm using, like
so look,
the middle.
This,
okay.
We have this here, just a nice blender full of greens, our greens.
So
and
go about, I would say, start with about a half cup. It requires work. It won't blend right away. You need to use like the little stick that goes in it. So we add a little bit. Do not be too generous. There is always a time.
You can always add more.
There's always time to add. There is no time to subtract. Okay.
All right, and I have.
Hold on. I need to talk about the final two.
I got my garlic.
Garlic goes in.
So garlic goes in. Boom. Okay. So good. So good. And this is also good. You know, with all this COVID shit going on, like to be eating raw garlic. It's
as long as you're in a stable relationship and nobody gets offended, this much garlic is okay. Plus you're not going anywhere, so yes. I still can kiss you.
Okay, but I haven't eaten garlic.
It's fine, I'll kiss you again later.
Okay, good.
This is one of the oils that we use to dress our raw ingredients. Salads, bruschetta. This is a Laudemio from Frescobaldi. It is a kind of like top of the line kind of olive oil. That's why I'm not going to pour a half bottle to make my pesto, but I will finish my pasta with that, okay? And then we plate, and then we use kind of like an average kind of olive oils to dump peppers in it, to flavor a little bit, to make something, you know, on a bottle that is a little bit customizable.
We keep like all these bottles, and we add like garlic into olive oil, jalapeno into olive oil, just so that if you want to like make a cheese, just say you're entertaining or you're with your family and you want to have something to dip your cheese into, and olive oil with the fragrance of garlic or the fragrance of jalapeno.
Right. Get going. Okay. Okay. I knew that it was 4 ingredients. I forgot. The herbs, the olive oil, the garlic, and the pine nuts. Pine nuts are expensive. This package was about $10, so half of it goes into the sauce, half of it is reserved for garnishing at the end. And now I'll show you how I toast them, okay?
So put it in.
So half of it goes in.
Save a bunch.
Alright, save a bunch, and now you start doing that. In a non-stick skillet, a small one, really you don't need much. You put some pine nuts, in this case enough to dress, to garnish 4 plates. On a flame fairly high, we're gonna heat it up quick, and we're gonna toast them and give them a nice toasted flavor. Make sure that you have a ceramic bowl or a cereal bowl on the side.
And by the way, I always made them with olive oil, and he said don't use olive oil, use a non-stick pan and just roast the pine nuts.
Just go straight. You have enough olive oil, like you don't need to use it. Plus, there is not enough ingredients in the pan. The olive oil will start smoking as you toast the pine nuts and give a flavor to the pine nuts, which is not a combination that you want. Trick, make sure that you have a little bowl for when the pine nuts are ready, because once they are toasted, you cannot leave them in the pan, they will keep on toasting, so you need to remove them and cool them off. So get a little pan on the side, and you can also get some pasta boiling. We're not ready for dinner, but I do have...
water boiling.
What did I say?
Pasta.
Well, get your water boiling, she's right. Get your water boiling. I have kind of like restaurant style, I pre-cooked a little bit, so I can show you the plating, and also, most importantly, the use of starch water. That is really, really important in this recipe.
So wait, should I start like grating cheese?
You can either grate the cheese or use the blender. What do you prefer?
Less work is better for me.
Alright, so I grate the cheese and you do the blender. Let me get a little bowl.
You're gonna grate them? Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
You start with that. 2 things about cheese. There is a reason why you should not add salt and pepper right now to your pesto, but wait to taste until you have added the cheese. Parmigiano does not carry too much saltiness or umami to it, but it does a little bit. Pecorino is very strong, pungent, very aggressive, so you gotta balance them properly. In the traditional recipe, it's half and half. When I make it on the budget, I tend to use just Parmesan because it's the one that we have in the house all the time. Any dry cheese, you can make a pesto with manchego, you can make a pesto with a different kind of a sheep dry cheese, just not a wet cheese.
Sheep, not sheep.
No, I actually meant sheep. Sheep.
Oh,
sheep.
You said sheep.
No, sheep.
I thought you said sheep.
I said sheep. Yeah.
So wait, should I start going?
Yes.
But it's going to be noisy.
It's fine. I'm going to start grating. Alright, so get to the blenders or into your mortar and pestle. I'm going to start shaving the stuff.
But there's no liquid in here.
This is the olive oil.
Alright, I know, but...
Start pushing. And then
right,
if you
so
need more olive oil, I'll give you more olive oil.
What's this called? This is a KitchenAid thing.
Where's my box grater? Where did you put my box grater?
I didn't put your box grater anywhere.
I'm a little fried in the head. Make sure that you move your pine nuts so you can kind of like check for readiness, okay? Just leave them here, close to you.
Slower. Is it good?
Do you need any help? Yes, that's how it goes.
Pushing everything down in the blender.
I'm grating
You've got a regular
my
blender,
knuckles.
just like, you know, like push it down, stir it, and then start over. I need more olive oil.
Okay. All right. So this is a good trick. Start slow. Start adding some olive oil. If by any chance you think that it's becoming a little too much olive oil, you can also use a tad of cold water from the sink. It's fine. These are fresh herbs. You won't feel the difference.
Okay. You're looking good.
Yes.
Hello, it's smelling like a little bit of heaven here.
Yeah. This is enough. I would say this is about a cup and a half, scant 2 cups of it. But we always finish our pesto at the very end. We always finish our pesto at the very end with some grated cheese, so that's not going to be a problem.
Yes.
Right? Now it's time to add the cheese to the pesto and then adjust salt and pepper to taste.
So I want to show you guys. Sure. I mean, like, basically, here's my blender, and I've just like,
Here,
you know.
open it up. Open the blender.
Does it make a difference?
Yes, because I can do this.
Oh my God, it smells like heaven.
All right. Nice, bright, live color.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
But you need to blend a little more. All right.
It needs a little olive oil.
Hold on. Let me put the cheese and then we add some olive oil.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the cheese. Here, let's do it in front.
It's going to be all over the floor.
No, we got a dog for that.
Okay. My dog is my vacuum cleaner. Well, okay, so the cheese is in on top.
Cheese is in. You got to show it also down there.
Oh, here. Okay. So sorry, we've got multiple phones going to show you all, so forgive me for not looking at everything.
They are almost ready. Not completely. Okay. So back into the stove for another, I would say 2-3 minutes.
Should I add a little bit of olive oil?
Add a touch of olive oil, but not this one. Not from the can. Okay? Just this.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little good olive oil just to give it some good flavor. Dump it in. You know, eyeball it.
Eyeball it. It's gonna play.
All right. La la la. It's so simple.
Right. It looks okay.
Okay.
So I would say adjust with salt and pepper to taste, and your pesto is ready.
Oh my God.
We have made enough pesto probably for 2 pounds of pasta, but it's good. We'll recycle.
Okay.
Ah, look at the
Yum. Green. Good for
green.
Good for the heart. Garlicky.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay.
Okay.
Now.
And my pine nuts are, I would say, about done. I am not quite satisfied. I'll let it go for another extra minute while you adjust the salt and pepper. Okay?
So I'm just gonna like throw some pinches in. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to be too salty.
Yes, let's be careful. All right. And then
some
hot pepper in it.
Give me the hot pepper.
Give me the hot. No, not the hot pepper. Hot pepper.
You said hot pepper.
No, not hot pepper.
I like hot pepper.
All right, these are perfect. Look at this. Nice and oily. All right. You see what a nice color they have. Look at that. This is absolutely fantastic. So these, now I have to put them, turn off the stove, in the ceramic container so they can cool off a little bit. Alright? Wonderful. Nyame. Alright. Okay.
Alright. Now.
So this is the thing. I have boiling water. I have pre-boiled my pasta like I did in the restaurant when I worked in a restaurant.
You see it? This is paused.
Yes, it's fine. It will reconnect.
Okay.
So all I need to do now is to show you is to put it into the hot water, add some starch water, and show you how we mix the sauce. So Deborah can stay here and we can do everything here. Okay? So this goes in for just about a minute. If you're cooking your pasta and you're about 1 minute close to draining, grab your mug. In this case, our wonderful Motown mug, and grab some starch water. You do not need much. A half cup is absolutely okay, but this is very important to mix your sauce. Especially good pesto with good ingredients should not be runny. You need to use the starch water to dilute the sauce. Your sauce should not be wet and runny. It should be more on the paste side, okay? So what we do now...
On the what side?
On the pasty side.
Pasty.
Are you making fun of my accent?
No, but I wanted to be clear what you're talking about.
So, I'm just doing one portion for you to see how the technique works. We grab some pesto.
Is your phone paused?
No.
Hi, people.
I have a bad internet connection. Probably it's the kids on the... Okay.
The kids are using the internet a lot.
Pesto inside the bowl. A touch of water. Okay, just a touch.
Just expand it.
See what's happening? It just makes it a little bit on the runny side. Okay?
Show them, they can't see that.
Yes, you show it while I drain the pasta.
Okay, so here he's showing that it's a little bit more runny. And then
he's
going to dump it in. You don't like we don't serve the pasta and then put the pesto on top. You mixed it before you serve it.
You mix it and you want it to be evenly coated. And you can also add...
You need more pesto. Sorry, I like a lot of pesto.
You add a little more.
And then we're going to plate it.
Mix it well.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Want to plate it for you.
Hold
and then we're going to have dinner.
Hold it for camera.
Okay.
Look at the color of this pesto.
And then we're going to put a little bit of fresh Parmigiano.
I suggest Parmigiano to finish and not Pecorino. Pecorino is way too strong. Come a little bit back.
Pecorino is too salty, so the Parmigiano is fantastic. Now we're going to put a little bit of the pinoli on it.
Okay.
Pinoli.
Pinoli.
He makes fun of me.
No pinoli. Pinoli.
Pinoli. I see the G there.
Mm-hmm. And this is the moment where you want to use your expensive olive oil, the very good one.
So you want to dress it at the end.
Like a little drizzle.
Maybe a little bit of fresh pepper.
A little fresh pepper. And if you were my wife, she would probably add some hot pepper flakes.
I love hot pepper on everything. But look how gorgeous that is. So simple, done in what, half an hour, less?
Because we were talking, otherwise we'd be... Here, let me feed you.
So, anyway, everybody, bon appetito.
Did you taste it?
Oh my God. Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's like sex. Okay. Well,
really?
To me it is. It's very...
Is that a compliment or is it a demeanor?
No, but it's very, very fulfilling. It's sensorial.
Mm-hmm.
It hits every note of things that I like. I just want to say Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Mommy. Yum. You look fantastic.
Thank you. To all your moms.
So, and that is a, oh, look at that.
I can't afford to go get flowers. So we go to the farmer's market and we get these beautiful tulips. And they make me so happy. So here's to you guys.
To all of you.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to all of you guys.
Being a mom, whether you're a gay dad, have a dog and don't have a child, you're all mothers, whether you're male or female or a they or a them. This is, it's a great day. Call your mother.
Tell her you love her.
Enjoy your day. And we'll come back with another recipe.
Yeah, soon.
And if you have any tips, I can't read the comments because I don't have my glasses on. I'll read them tomorrow, and I can try to answer them. But we will be back and try to help you with your suggestions. But
remember,
we're going to be over this fucking COVID thing eventually.
Yes.
I'm really proud of New York because we're really doing what needs to be done in terms of getting the curve down. I know it's boring to stay home. I fucking hate it. I cry some days. I get really depressed some days. I just want to see my friends and hug and go to a restaurant. I don't really care about like the things like hairdressers or male people. I mean, it would be nice, but ultimately, I just want to see people.
I know.
And my family. And so just know, people, that this is gonna we're gonna get out of this. But
and we'll have old pesto together.
If we follow the rules to a degree. But enjoy your pesto.
Absolutely, and happy Mother's Day again.
Happy Mother's Day.
You're the best looking mother in the world.
Thank you. I love you.
We love you all, and questions, tips, everything
we'll
in the comments,
to you.
and we'll let you know the next
He's
live.
better at it than me, but I love you all, and thank you for tuning in.
I'm better because of you.
I love
you. Ciao, guys. Bye, everybody.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Can you turn the phones up? I don't know how to do that. There's too many phones. Bye.